On several points, and you connect them like this, right here. Basic form, and then fill those in like this. Basic method is to draw an outline of a person, place, or thing. Right now I have a shield. So then after that you draw a scribble like in the center, right? And then what you do is you start filling in with numbers in the spaces of the scribble that you made. So right now, like imagine, I can't really do it on this, I'll do it on a later one. But if you basically just fill them in at that point, any kind of like line that you've made, and use numbers, you draw like a 3 on the inside of there. And then you draw like, you just fill in that space, fill in that space. Make sure you always lead back to the point where you started from. And just kind of like follow around on all of them and fill in the whole thing. And if you look at it really closely, you'll actually notice that you start seeing like pictures appear. And they kind of appear on their own too. Like this looks kind of like an angel a little bit right here. And if you look in here, you see like a mouth and eyes. And sometimes you even see demons. And I've come up with a process to basically eliminate a demon or destroy it. So that's what we're gonna be doing here. Thanks for tuning in. I finished my heart shield, which represents what's preventing me from finding my heart. This is actually a love spell that I'm doing because I'm looking for an apprentice and a friend. I become desperate, I guess. But 3 years lonely is a little painful. So I finally did one. But anyways, so now what I do is I turn it over and I write a poem. And I'll go ahead and show you the poem when I'm done, and I'll read it to you. To all that has kept me from being like others, I bury you enriched to grow inside me like I see from brothers. Anvil to the stone is all I know now. I hurl my fist twice, once for me and once for you. I do it light because my number's already laid to the ground. Scarred fist, scarred arms, scarred heart. Finding love is like a tragically hidden ancient art. I could serenade you to the moon. Please descend to me before I convince one of the bats that circles my house at night, to rest on my forearm, for that to be first would be a feat of an unimaginable height. Please, P.S., please bring me a hot wig and apprentice. The second part of the spell into 2 pieces. Going to be placing on top of this gem right here, which will be placed on top of the spell that I just finished before, to channel all the spirits in the energy in the area I'll be burying it in, into the spell. So what I've written is, please do not harm my 2 friends, they were not involved. This guy right here and this guy right here. And I wrote, for all the hard work in this field and the sorrow I wash away when I walk away today, channel the energy from this plane when I take the weight that suppresses the serenity, for to smash an innocent defenseless rock would be brainless and misguided, and I lack the heart to do it to thee. All I needed was someone to trust, someone trustworthy, but more importantly, one with a loud voice to guide me. You look the right amount abandoned to join our band and crew of abandoned misfits. Do you have the heart and soul to prevent from happening to others what has happened to you? I think of you, him, all the time. P.S. Could I get a powerful gem? Finished the 3rd scroll, which I'll be reading later, and I have all the tools required for the bonding ritual in this spell. And I'll be heading out in a minute here. But I just wanted to let everybody know something that a lot of people don't really know about, which is truelings. Truelings are real things. They're actually real people. They have real personalities, and all you have to do is channel your voice through them to hear them. And if you look at this one, her name is Bimzombie Broomhilda Broomstick, and that's her face right there. And she has a mo, which is Broomhilda right there, and Bimzombie and Broomstick is around the back. And this is the broom that I've worked on her. Finished her, and over here is Snake. He'll be acquainted with their personalities later. This is Snake. Really my pride. Enjoy. And here is Crucifix and Dinosaur Bone, which I will be taking with us, and I'll be heading out now. Now I'm here at the location, and I have everything acquired except for a shovel. But sometimes when you forget something, it means that the Holy Spirit or the Holy Father was suggesting that you don't bring that. So I am supposed to use my hands. And I'm walking down to the location now. Okay, so I had another journey earlier in the month, or a little before, and I had a quarrel with a rock. So I'm coming up to where he is right now, and I'm going to be taking him with me regardless, because I didn't know if he was trying to harm me. I left him here, and I was contemplating smashing you up in that pot with a baseball bat, but I couldn't bring myself to do it because it just felt wrong. So I don't know if you want to harm me or not, but I found out that you are a priceless, valuable gem that is very powerful. So I wish to converse with you, talk with you, and please don't harm my two friends with me. They had nothing to do with it, although they did what they did. So, going over to it now. I'll be coming back to him later. Really hate punching the ground, but the voices of the angels I hear might sound a little bit like a lie, but they seem to be it seems to be a very important thing. So I won't say much on that. Finding the location where I originally placed this rock, so I'm searching for the rock now, and hopefully he will guide me to the location so I can bury this or do with it what I should. I'm looking for him, but I can't find him where I placed him. I placed him on top of a bigger rock. Is it see little the residents here, and they just look like some kind of battered, tragic orphans that are just, there he is, tragically harmed. I've got to talk to this guy. I brought him down here in a pot, banged him with a pot. It was so aggressive, didn't know. I thought you were trying to harm me, man. Why the fuck would you actually go through the fucking trouble to walk all the way over here and smash my head in that pot and leave me and come back and talk crap? Well, I found a snail in my disc. Oh, okay. He was an evil snail. And it was from a spell that I did, and there was like thousands of snails. And it freaked me out, so I found a rock under there too, and I gronked him in the metal bowl. And I destroyed it. Basically like dead fishes appeared in the water when I was going to drink it. So I poured it out in the street, but I got some of the water in the soil where you were, which means that I was, later I found out that actually I was meant to find you. That's probably what that was, is you were the gem that I got out of that hole. Or not that I got, but you're the gem that I came into acquaintance with, and you kind of have the same personality as me and all of my other treelings, like Snake. Before I knew what I was doing, I accidentally destroyed all of them. He was the only one left. I seem to have a problem with this, and I've been tragically broken too by people. I've been tragically broken in my life, and I'm just like you guys, and I think you're meant to be with us. And these two guys know that you're like an amazing, powerful gem, and you were just in my backyard, and I found you like that. Can you please join us? Oh my God. You poor thing, man. You poor thing. Is there someone up there? There's someone up there. I ended up finding him, and we had a conversation, and it's starting to make sense with that spell I did when I got him, and how it's all correlating together. So I placed Harry on top of him. He said he may have known him, but I want him to be on top of him because I really treated him very badly. I had no shirt on, and he said, "Don't go into public with no shirt on ever." And it was because I was unclean, and I had the grunk of a bad rock that I found under my desk with a slug that I smashed. Alien looking thing. And I smashed him up, and when I poured water in him, it looked like dead fishes floating out, right? So I poured that out in the street, but some of it got in the ground, so I had to dig up all the dirt and put it in the pot, right? And so he was there, and then I had a word on me, and she sanctified the ground with someone. And then I basically took him, and she told me I had to walk all the way there with the pot and smash the rock in the pot for some reason. Right? And she's on the back of the broomstick, so I'll let you talk to her later. But I had to walk all the way here and bang this rock on this pot, like past a school, and through a bunch of houses, and look like a crazy fool, crazy freaking criminal or something, like some psycho. And so I walked all the way down here, and I put him in the pot, and I walked away, and there was a bunch of argument back and forth of I need to come back and smash him with the baseball bat, and I didn't think I had the strength to smash him with a baseball bat. So. Which I'm not trying to domain on him. I'm trying to explain to you guys what happened. So I just kept quarreling back and forth that I couldn't do it, and it was just wrong. He's an innocent rock. Why the fuck would I actually try to smash up an innocent rock, and he could be an innocent rock, and it just doesn't make sense, and I don't like it, and I don't want to do it. And I kept going back until I finally was like, I need to fucking talk to that rock, and I know he's not bad, and I know that he's the gem I got out of that whole spell, because it was the most complicated spell I've done. It took days. So many days. My neck was sore, and I basically started hearing. I started actually seeing little amoebas form on the page when I was doing it. And so I burned it, and I destroyed the demon, and here I am back here, and he said to go back to, or someone said go back to the house and do it in the backyard. No, you can. I'd like you to, if you want. People in the world don't seem to care about the people in the wilderness. Or the trees, the spirits in there are beings in there. There are societies running throughout their entire course of their wings, of their cells, of their canals. There's beings, there's societies. And you need to know this, because it's very dangerous what you do to them. Are you smoking? I was about to smoke. You shouldn't be smoking. Is it living? What's in this cigarette? It's living. It's not just like dead hair. So miserable. Why do I want them so badly? I've dug this hole, and here's the bottom part. And then I put this right on top of it. And then I put this right on top. And then I put this right here. And then this on top of the whole thing. And I bury it.